Micah.
Yes. We got the elite in the house right now. We got my man Tommy. We got Brandon. Rellism Raw Sports Talk episode 132 part 1. It's been a minute, fellas. How y'all been?
Good, man. Good. How you been?
Hey, this guy's wife's out here running marathons. Brandon, I don't know what Brandon doing. You always doing something out here. He's still rocking the Dolphins too. It's coming back. We'll get to that. I'm still loving my commander. Still loving him.
Hey.
But I love the Mamba and all the love for my mama. You know what I'm saying? Rellism Sports Talk, we'll be talking about sports from Hall of Famers to the local talent to the big time storylines. And of course, we're going to talk about last week a little bit. But while we got Tommy on this first episode, we're going to definitely talk about some events that are just transpired. First episode, I want to do a lot of NFC talk, whether it's about last week, this week, or whatnot. Developing stories, trade deadline things, 500 teams, whether they're contenders or pretenders. We're going to try to get it all as far as the NFC goes in this first episode. I'm trying to get Mondo in this month, but I don't know what's going on.
That'll just prolong.
There he is.
Ninerville.
Niner gang. You know what I'm saying? Then we'll have probably in the second episode, we'll have fantasy highlights for week 7. Previews of week 7, fantasy roundtable. We got a lot of big discussions with that, and then all the rest of the big time storylines. So we're not gonna wait for Mondo to get in here, but of course, what up, Mondo? How you been, baby?
I've been doing all right. How you been?
Hey, doing all right, man. I see your team just made a big splash. Tommy's first man crush. Well, as far as fantasy goes, got in there. 49ers get McCaffrey, just like I said, would be the perfect fit. I don't think it was a shocker that most intelligent people thought it would be a perfect fit. What's going to be the impact on the team, Shaman? What's going to be the impact?
I mean, I don't really see no difference. I didn't really see any help at running back. I didn't see any help. That's a strength. We're just adding on to an extra strength. Maybe if we would have traded for a lineman, I would have a guard or somebody because we're going to
get to that. I love the way you bringing that up because that's just a hint to what we're going to do for different contenders with this trade deadline coming up. But as far as Christian McCaffrey goes, Tommy, what's the impact of him joining a Shanahan offense?
I mean, as far as contractually, it locks them up for a little bit. They've kind of got some money spent on offense now. This is what their dynamic is going to be. I like their O-line how it is. I think they're capable with a good back. They haven't had a true premier. This is D back. They've been a committee backfield for a long time. I think that's the end of this in San Francisco. I think that's the biggest change you'll see on the team. And a back of this caliber has about a once every 10-year life cycle. Like this a guy that can catch and run the ball like this comes around about once every 10 years. So I'm anxious to see what he does with Shanahan because he has really suffered in Carolina with his skill set.
Everyone has.
And you put up you put up something on our group chat about go ahead and say what you said. And I had no idea about that.
About what?
About all-purpose yards.
Yeah, all-purpose yards.
Oh man, all-purpose yards. This man's almost hit 2,000 K twice. He's got 4+ seasons of 1,000 all-purpose yards. He almost hit 1,000 yards the past 2 years. And y'all thinking fantasy-wise, you know how much he set. He set 21 games. And it's just a few hundred yards off, 100, 150 yards off, 1,000 yards every season. He is as far as just getting 60, 70 a game. That's minimum. That's his floor.
So before I get to Brandon, I want to find out what Brandon thinks the reason that they made this trade. Shout out to 3 new subscribers: Chewy, Kurt 2512, and The Statement 123. I appreciate it, guys. We at 185 right now. But Brandon, what do you think is more of the reason to make this trade? Was it because of the horrific loss to the Falcons last week? Or was it that maybe Eli Mitchell just ain't recovering fast enough to be able to be there like they thought they were? Because I thought he was coming back like next week or so, time period. Or was it just a steal for what they're getting?
I don't think it's a steal. I think they gave up a good bit. But
they did?
A second, yeah. Because they don't have a first, a second, a third, a fourth. They ain't got nothing. So
So what do you think the reason was?
Because this division's within reach, man. And I think you can use McCaffrey in the slot with Wilson in the backfield. Shanahan gonna do a lot of shit with it.
Right.
It's a lot of toys to play with. And I agree with you. As far as the division goes, we're going to get to that because another guy that just made his return, not to a new team, but to his current team last night. We actually got points on Thursday night.
Yeah, it was actually
a bunch of points on Thursday night.
You ain't get no points on me. You got 17 points on me.
Oh, excuse me, I got 19, sir. Thank you. Anyway.
19, I mean, yeah.
Anyway, whatever. That's more than what my wide receivers were getting. But so D-Hop shows back up. Robbie Anderson's there also. He's not really
I didn't even think he played.
I don't even know if he played, but I saw his weird ass hairdo look like the dude from Rick and Morty. You know what I'm saying?
Giraffe, yeah, I can see that. He sucks.
But so the Cardinals, they've been looking horrible the past few weeks. D-Hop coming back, they score a lot of points. But before we get deep into that, Eno Smith, is he gonna be a guy?
Benjamin.
Is he gonna be a guy?
Benjamin.
Eno Benjamin. Sorry, Eno Benjamin. Is he?
Well, you talked to my brother. He's pissed. He didn't start him last night against me. So
he didn't start him.
I told him to start Eno Benjamin. He thought I shot bullshit. So he started right there.
I started him in Mom's league.
All right, so Tommy, with D-Hop returning and maybe bringing some magic to Kyler Murray, I don't know, maybe he's like kissing his toes or something to make this crybaby shut up. We all agree that the 49ers are probably the favorite in that division now, especially getting McCaffrey. How much did D-Hop help the Cardinals' chances? Because they're 3-4 right now. And if the 49ers lose their game to the Chiefs, they're 3-4.
Yeah. As a Skins fan, you should remember it's a couple years back, I believe, maybe 2 years back now in preseason when y'all had the Texans and Hop was with the Texans. And I forget what safety y'all had or the corner. It was the corner y'all had. It was a veteran running his mouth. And Hopkins was about to throw hands in preseason.
D'Angelo Hall.
You're talking about D'Angelo Hall.
It was Hall. And he's carried that attitude in every game I've ever seen him play, in every practice I've ever seen.
It was a training camp.
I think the Cardinals really needed that. I think Murray, you saw when Murray went off of the coach. Yeah. Hopkins put himself in between immediately because that's who Hopkins is. He is the dog, and he's on a good leash. Like he's perfect teammate. So him coming back, I think more than just being on the field and his production, what he does to that huddle, that's a settler right there.
But that's why Arizona won't do shit because of that pump.
So you don't think that it matters, Brandon? You don't think it matters?
That quarterback going over there throwing a pissy fit to his. He's just.
It was rough.
He's who I said he is, a bitch, a spoiled brat, dude. Okay. That's all he is.
Shaman, I know you're pumped with McCaffrey. I know you think that y'all are the favorites in the division, which I do also. But seeing D-Hop last night with the Cardinals and the way he impacted that game.
That's scary.
Are you a little nervous about that or what?
I'm nervous not having E-Man. I'm nervous. He's going to torch. DeAndre Hopkins going to torch.
I think he's the best wide receiver in football. Me and Swole have been saying that.
The best?
But I think he's the best.
When
I think he's the best because he's played with boo-boo quarterbacks. He's played with boo-boo quarterbacks all the time.
10 balls a game.
I think he's better than Adam.
With touchdowns.
Hold on. I'm gonna hear what both of y'all said. You said you'll take who, Brandon?
I'll take Tyreek's top 2, 3. Easy.
He is leading the league in what, scrimmage yards or something?
He's gonna break Calvin Johnson.
I mean, I think Hopkins reminds me a lot of like Larry Fitzgerald with touchdowns. Like he is that good.
I think he's just more of a freak athlete, like a Randy Moss-ish.
He ain't that fast.
I'm talking about the way his the length and like
the sticky.
He's
sticky.
I feel like he can go get the. I feel like he can get the ball.
I picked him up in the 11th in the Raw league.
Fitzgerald
might be my keeper. I mean,
who's your keeper?
Hopkins. I got him in the 11th because he was suspended.
Well, good for you, fantasy keeper. He is good at keep. I ain't going. He does have a skill set with that. But so with the trade deadline looming and everything, we all think that the 49ers are that team in that division. But the Cardinals, they did make a statement. They got Robbie Anderson also. Is there anybody out there, Brandon, that the Cardinals can get to enhance them to push the 49ers even further? Because we don't know if Eno Benjamin's going to be the guy. I never really high on Connor this much. A running back, anything else, defense. What is it they would need to catch the 49ers?
They're secondary suspect, but I don't know who they can go out and make a move for.
I mean, the Redskins, we got a corner, right?
Yeah, we need to get him.
You know what I'm saying? Could he help the Cardinals?
I don't really think there's none.
What about
you need about 5 or 6 more players because our team is built to play teams like the Chiefs and the Bills.
Who?
I don't think that
team are you talking about? What team are you talking about?
The 49ers team, when healthy, are built to beat teams like the Chiefs and the Bills.
Are y'all healthy now?
I feel like Arizona isn't.
Are y'all healthy now?
They are with McCaffrey.
Y'all healthy,
No,
Shamon?
we'll be. No, I'm saying when we do get healthy.
No, I'm saying, are y'all healthy now? No.
Nah.
Who's hurt?
Okay, so there's
Who's
nothing.
hurt?
Y'all need to do nothing else.
Samson Ebukam is hurt. Eric, we got about basically 7 players
He
out
know
of
his
our
team
11.
inside out like
right
Tommy
now.
knows his team. Tommy, is there any team?
We got
GM
7
Tommy,
players out.
what could the Cardinals go out and do to push the envelope to get to where the 49ers just got to?
Man, I think the Cardinals are kind of there offensively. We still haven't seen what when Anderson comes in and Nuke comes in, he's out there and he's just running on the post and just hitting on the sideline, and you got Anderson running streaks down the side with Murray. I think the offense is a lot scarier. You don't have a healthy Connor in the backfield right now than people are giving credit for. San Fran has trouble putting up more than 24 points, and I can see Zona do it in a half and not sweat. And that's the danger. Like, they can strike like lightning. So I think they are within striking range. They're within striking range of everybody right now. That's what happened with the trade recently for Robbie Anderson. That, more than just it being a good fit inside San Fran, was the reason San Fran had to do something. They're like, oh, this division's up for grabs, and they're making moves.
So you don't think without McCaffrey, the 49ers will beat the Cardinals? I do.
No, not the old one. Not after.
D-Hop makes that much difference.
Not what. No, yeah, Hopkins is going to bully somebody.
I don't know how many points did our offense score last night. The offense.
The Saints had
two pick sixes, but they still scored almost 50 points. 14
points off the score.
Well, 21 off turnover, off of Andy Dalton.
I mean, yeah, Kyler Murray he didn't even get 20 points from me. So, I see what you're saying, Brandon.
I don't think Kyler can win. I don't.
But Brandon, your team that you picked, you didn't pick them so well. The Rams, anyway. We forgot the Rams are still in that division.
They suck.
Right? The Rams are still in that division. They're still the same record, 3-3. Right? 3-3.
Where's Allen Robinson?
What he's been showing
I
up.
I think Seattle would be a danger before
We're
them.
gonna get to Seattle. Brandon, what does the Rams need to do as far as the trade? Anybody on trade deadline that can help them catch up to the 49ers and Cardinals?
I mean,
Cam Akers, obviously, they're getting rid of.
Yeah.
Do we trust in the backfield? Is that it? What is it?
The offensive line's awful, and I don't think Stafford's healthy. He can downplay the shit
Right.
all he wants.
Yeah,
And
we'll get to that next episode.
their secondary, besides exception of Ramsey, is nothing.
Okay.
So,
Shimon, you said the
I
Seahawks.
don't know.
You don't think nothing then, Brandon, right?
No.
So they're done.
I ain't gonna say they're done because I mean anything can happen. I mean Geno might fuck around. And,
that's what Shimon said. Shimon, so is Seattle trying to win? I'm wondering if the owners are like, damn, we didn't want to win this many games. What the hell's going on?
I feel like if you could put like 1 or 2 more pieces on the offense for Geno, I mean exclusive players, like not exclusive, they don't gotta be all-stars, but players that bring like that boost, and then put a couple more players on the defense, they'll be they could be like a team that we're trying to be.
I mean, that's how I prefer.
Only
they're 3-3.
Only a guy with Jimmy G as his quarterback would be saying that right now. Like, they need better quarterback play. That's what they need.
Gino's play better.
Who's the best quarterback in the division? Who would you trust the most in the division?
Kyler.
Hold on, one at a time. Who'd you say, Shimon?
Kyler.
Who'd you say, Brandon?
Stafford.
Who'd you say? Tommy?
Kyler.
Oh, we had 2 Kylers. No Jimmy G's. And we're out here saying the 49ers were going to be the best team in the division.
Because we're going to run and play defense.
I don't know. I don't know if they will.
Run and play defense.
We're saying Kyler Murray after we just dogged Kyler Murray all year long already. And Brandon hates that much. Brandon hates him tonight. So would OBJ going to the Rams help?
No.
Okay. So the big game, we got to talk about the undefeated team, the Eagles, who Swole Daddy is beating his chest big time, like they going to the Super Bowl. He forgot he picked the Steelers to go there also. So ease up, Swole Daddy, ease up. But we saw the Eagles go to 6-0. Yeah. Cowboys came back and fought a little bit. What was your takeaway, Tommy, of that game?
Man, I really not much, because the Cowboys lacked so much firepower. What I saw from the Eagles was what I expected. They came out, they beat an underpowered Cowboys squad. They were able to hold the defense off. That was the most impressive thing. They gave us kind of a blueprint on. I don't think there's many teams that can copy it. but they gave us a blueprint on beating Micah Parsons, who was up till now unstoppable in games.
Okay.
But they used Jalen to read him all game like a college game. I don't know if that works again, but it'd be interesting to see because it could get somebody killed pretty quick.
Before I get to Shaman, I want to ask your thought, Shaman. You brought up Micah, or they might have gave a blueprint. But before that, I saw Jalen Hurts running all over. I ain't see him running like that with Micah on the other side. So it's kind of a catch-22 both ways. Right. Go ahead, Shaman. What was your takeaway of the game? Cowboys, Eagles.
I mean, the game, I feel like, Hurts is nice, bro. What can I say, bro?
Give him his flowers.
They're nice, bro. Like, that's surprisingly, because I thought they was going to be one of them teams fighting for a 7 seed, 6 seed. This team looks like they can really do it. They playing good football. They playing sound on offense and defense. They're just making it happen. They're making the plays, taking advantage of their opportunities.
I like that. What do you think, Brandon? What did you take away from the game when you cut it off?
It was about what I expected. I knew it was going to be tighter than people thought. Division game. Cooper Rush.
Because it was a division game or nothing else?
Yeah, and Cooper Rush has played decent, man. He really has. And if Dak comes in and loses to Detroit, what are we going to do, really?
We're going to talk about that next episode because that's one of my upset specials.
You're going to keep Cooper in there.
Here's my question, though. This is my problem with the Eagles. I know you're Alabama dude and Jalen Hurts. I will say that I can tell that Jalen Hurts is putting in the time.
Yeah, I love him as a player. I think he's
the biggest thing about the Eagles is their coaching staff has organized the structure of their offense to fit his strengths and not show weaknesses. Yeah. Last year we saw him chucking the ball to Devontae Smith, trying to just chuck. That's like now we're seeing him dump it off to him, letting the playmakers make plays. And
AJ Brown helps a lot too.
I know part of that is. Right. We're going to talk about Miles Sanders to see if he's one of our fantasy surprises next episode. But is there any issues with the way that the Eagles play? I say yes, because they have not killed any team. Like they've been ahead and they made the Vikings look stupid, but Kirk Cousins can't play prime time. They've never been up on somebody and just demolished them.
Yeah.
That's my concern when it comes to playoff time. Anybody else?
I don't think I disagree on you there, because I think when you're comparing them to a team that does that, you're like on that KC Buffalo train. And KC and Buffalo have the game to do that. That's what they do to beat you. They put you down 42-0. But Philly's game and their game plan is to have the ball 42 minutes of this game, put 30 on the scoreboard. You can score 17, but you're not going to stop us from putting 42 minutes on our side and 30 on the scoreboard. See if you can put up 30 in 18 minutes. And they've been doing that consistently throughout their ball control and their defensive game has really just shut games down. When I watch Philly, they might not be blowing teams out, but they're never losing.
I saw them go down 14-0 to Jacksonville,
and I didn't feel like
they were just like, okay, let's go.
Yep, I didn't feel like they were out of control.
Coach of the year, right there.
Right.
I think
it was crazy. I'd say coach of the year also. So, does either one of those two teams need to make a trade to make them better, Shaman? Start with the Eagles. Are the Eagles good where they're at right now? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Or do you see a glare that they might need to address?
I feel like it's not really anything to fix, but I feel like they can bring more of a mentor that's been deep in the playoffs at that stage of mind that he's at. Bring some type of mentor that's
they got Fletcher Cox still?
A veteran. Yeah. But bring another one in. You feel me? Bring another one in that has been in Jalen Hurts' shoes before.
So you mean a backup quarterback?
Yeah, backup quarterback. One that can mentor him through.
I don't think they're worried about that. I think Gardner Minshew's there.
But when you get to the playoffs, you don't know, Coach. In Philadelphia, it might be pouring down snowing.
Yeah, that's true.
So
that's true. I get
you
what
went
you're
in
saying.
going with
You ain't gonna bring Nick Foles back in there to mentor him, are you?
Nah.
So you're first before you changed it when you saw the Cowboys. Now you and Keith like, I wish I didn't change my pick.
I'm changing it.
Y'all change your pick to Green Bay, and y'all stuck with Aaron Rodgers, okay? Y'all are stuck with Con Air Nicolas Cage. Deal with it. All right. But the Cowboys, if there's something that they can do to catch Philly, a healthy Dak is one thing. What else can they do to catch up?
They did it, in my opinion, with Dak coming back.
You think that's all they needed to do?
I think if they can play well with a good quarterback, the difference between Philly and them closes immediately. Like their defense is there. And so they've got the running game, they've got a dual threat backfield, they've got a premier wide receiver, they've got a secondary coming back with Gallup, a secondary wide receiver who can split the middles. I don't see anything wrong. A decent tight end out of Dalton Schultz, a good, powerful O-line. This team's built to win. And that's why I picked them in the beginning of the season. I didn't expect Cooper Rush to carry him.
Hold on. Cooper Rush ain't carrying nothing.
No.
Don't try to front. I'm tired of people talking about, Cooper Rush is a QB coach. Just does not do something.
When a backup goes 4-1, that's called carry.
I mean, what does that mean, though? Matt Castle did when Tom Brady was out and stuff, man.
They carried him. That don't mean they deserve a start.
40% was carrying him, right?
It don't mean he's Tom Brady. It doesn't mean he deserves a start next week over Dak. It just means that he did more than his job.
I think the rest of the team did more than what they were doing. Anyway, he didn't turn the ball over like Jacoby Brissett, basically. Brandon, what do you think? Either team need to do something? Because we agreed that they probably are 2 or 3 of the teams in the NFC that probably is going to make it to the Super Bowl. It's probably maybe 4 teams maybe that we're looking at right now, which we'll get to. But I don't think neither one of them could beat like a Buffalo or the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Does either one of them need to do something that they can do to catch up with them?
I don't see Eagles needing to do much at all. Maybe get another person opposite Darius Slay, and that's about it.
Bradbury, whatever his name's ranked number 1.
I mean, who's the safety? Who's the safety?
Yeah.
I mean, they really.
I can't even read about the Eagles. Makes me sick.
That's my second squad. So,
they've got a beast in Jordan Davis. I mean,
they had the best draft to me. So
yeah, they had a good draft. What about the Cowboys? You think you like Tommy? That's all he needs is a healthy Dak?
No, I'm not sold on them at all. First round exit if that. So
what do they need to catch up? Is there anything?
A head coach. I don't think you can win with that dude.
That's true. I agree with that. All right, so in that same division, we saw them Giants, and in the same city, we saw the Jets. Giants are 5-1, Jets are 4-2. I don't know how either one of these teams are doing anything with. They all got like 8 different wide receivers that could play for different teams, and they ain't throwing to none of them. So I don't know how they're doing. But we're not going to talk about anything else. I want to keep it kind of in order. But all these wide receivers that are on each team, could any of those wide receivers help a contender somewhere?
Yeah.
Which one?
Almost all of them, because both of those quarterbacks are horrible. And I don't know how to win it. I mean, they're winning with running the ball and defense.
Running the ball.
Great defense.
And a weak schedule, I guess. But
okay.
Yeah.
But the Giants just beat Baltimore.
And
we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that.
Baltimore's not very good.
Yeah, we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. So who are you more surprised with, Shaman? The Giants or the Jets?
The Giants.
The Giants? Why?
Yeah, because, bro, it's just they suck. But I don't know how they making it happen. I thought Saquon was going to be injured by now. He not injured.
Thank God.
Who do you think, Tommy? Which one?
And it's the Jets. The Jets to me feel like, when you take spaghetti and throw it against the wall, and it's somehow Gordon Ramsay's like, this is the best spaghetti ever. You're just, I mean, that's what the Jets season feels like. Like I did not expect this junk to make sense, and it makes sense.
What you think, Brandon?
I would say it's the Jets, but then I look at who the hell have they really beat other than Green Bay. What's going on with Tom? I don't think Baltimore's good at all.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. All right, so we saw 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks who I think this should be their last year for both have horrible games. So I'm going to start with you, Brandon, since you have the Bucs going to the Super Bowl. Mr. Tom Brady, they lost to your brother's team, the Steelers, okay?
Kick me out of my
First of all, Brandon, tell me, how did the Steelers beat the Bucs?
I think Tom Brady's checked out.
You think it was him that checked out?
I don't think he wants to play.
Okay. So
how is he that bad? How is he that bad all of a sudden?
All right. So with the trade deadline, is there anything, because the Bucs are tied for the lead with Atlanta at 3-3? Is there anything the Bucs can do to add at the trade deadline to be able to catch up with the Niners or catch up with the Eagles or anything like that?
I mean,
because Godwin's healthy, Godwin's playing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Evans is playing, Gage is playing. He's got weapons.
So is there anything that they need?
They can. I mean, maybe I hope they take Gesicki off our hands.
That's what I was gonna say, baby.
Because I'd love to get rid of him.
I think that's what they need right there.
I like him, but he's not $11 million a year dude, man. No offense. So,
all right, Tommy. Since you had the Packers in the Super Bowl, now they just had a horrible loss to the Jets. Is there any? First of all, how did the Jets beat them?
The Jets beat them because they're playing hot. They're so hot right now. I mean, that's why they project Denver to beat them all of a sudden. Like every team's going to be projected to beat the Jets because they're playing beyond their capacity. But
the Milf Hunter spread that mojo, baby.
I think he's going to be the downfall.
Saleh's good, but he's going to eventually burn them out before the season's over. The Green Bay's got a guy coming off of IR eventually. He's got a little hamstring problem. But when Watkins come back, and I know that's hard to say.
Are you talking about Sammy Watkins?
He changes that offense. Aaron has another receiver he trusts, and he's on the outside. And I think that's what he needs right now. He doesn't have.
There's nothing on the trade deadline. Nothing on the trade deadline.
Aaron's about to get a receiver. I'm trying to trade for. Tell Dion to look at her fucking shit.
No, it's.
So there's nothing on the trade deadline that would help Green Bay.
It's not going to be.
Yeah, receiver.
Right? Is that what you're saying?
A legit receiver.
Receiver? Or no? You talking about Sammy Watkins. All right, Shaman, you can have either team, Jets, Packers. Those are contenders going against your Niners. Can any of those teams, either one of those teams, get something off the trade deadline to compete with your Niners?
Green Bay.
What do they need?
Get a better defense, get a good defensive line that can stop the run. And
you acting like a whole bunch of people.
Yeah,
listen, get a good defensive line that can stop the run, and then just on offense, have a good run game, have a strong run game.
Thank you. That's what they can do to get better. Get a daggone ball to Aaron Jones.
I know ever since I traded for him, this motherfucker hasn't got the ball.
Aaron Jones,
he ain't going to get the ball.
Where's Aaron Jones at?
I don't know.
He's captured. It's like watching a chess game. They're like throwing three at him every snap. They don't.
No, dude. It's because Aaron Rodgers wants to be a prima donna and chuck the ball around everywhere.
Nah.
They could get a good coach can find a way to get your best players the ball. The Shane, you
Jones
don't think
back.
before McCaffrey went to the 49ers, you don't think everybody's like, okay, we got to stop that boy Debo, right? That coach knows how to get the ball in his hands, though. Right or wrong?
I don't think Aaron Jones is their best bet.
No, he is.
He is.
Nah.
He definitely.
AJ Dillon might be their best running back.
Nah.
JJ Dillon's doing better than him, like a four horseman. You know what I'm saying? What are you talking about?
Jizzle's nice.
AJ Dillon's back. I love you, Tommy. You are so.
By middle season, you'll see it.
Tommy, you're so fucking funny. We got 10
Didn't I trade you AJ Dillon?
10 minutes.
Yeah, that's why I traded him, Aaron.
You traded Aaron Jones? AJ Dillon to who?
Me.
I
Can
traded
I go
him.
ahead and get GM
I
of the year
dumped
for
Eli
my trade,
Mitchell on him, and I dumped Michael.
You be out here.
on him.
Yo, you trade raping everybody, Tommy. You trade.
And they were legit.
Because when
At the time, Michael Thomas and Aaron Jones for Cortland Sutton and James Cook. But now I bet you that trade calculates different.
I think I'm
Just
GM
like
of the
you did
year
Russell
in my
Wilson.
trade.
It was great too, wasn't it?
Your trade, I know.
Yeah, let's ride, Russell Wilson. Anyway,
Shoot, while
all
we
right, guys.
saying anything, George
got 9
Kittle on the
minutes
trade
left.
block.
NFC team that's 500 record-wise
KJ.
or below that you think can still make a run and contend. Give me one. Who's ready for it?
I will.
Go ahead, Brandon.
That can make a run.
That you think could make a run, whether they're
Green
unhealthy
Bay.
or who?
Girl, Tampa Bay and Green Bay.
Tampa Bay and Green Bay. Just because of the quarterbacks? Is that it?
Yeah.
But if they don't make nothing at the trade deadline, how much?
Tampa Bay because of their division.
Okay.
You know who I think?
Go ahead, Shaman.
I think the Saints can make a little run for real.
They're at 500 though.
The Saints are what? 2 and 4?
2 and
2
4.
and 5.
I said.
Oh yeah.
They lost this week.
I said 500 and below. So.
Oh, you did say it. My bad.
Bro, I think the Saints can make a run if they can pull the next two out.
They better put Jameis
the division
in there.
they're in.
Yeah, bro, their division is not that
getting
tough, and
healthy.
I think in the way they played in the fourth quarter against the Cardinals on that little comeback they had, that's the Saints. If they would have played like that all game, they would have beat the Cardinals. They started
I won't
playing.
denounce that, Shaman. I won't denounce it at all because and the board says that I thought the Saints were going to be better than what they are, and I think their defense is okay.
Yeah.
Harris could be there, like Michael
A
Thomas.
lot of more is
whatever.
out. They got a lot of injuries.
Juice. Yeah, I mean, their cornerbacks hurt. I mean, everybody's just hurt on their team, dude.
Marshawn
Everybody's
Lattimore
hurt,
ain't
yeah.
even there.
Everybody's hurt. So, who was yours, Tommy? Who was your team?
I'm taking the team that already won this week, and I'm going to take Arizona. Arizona's got a chance to sneak up and make
3
it
and
into the
4.
wild card. They can make it into the wild card now at like an 11-7. 11-6 season now.
No love for the comeback player of the year, Geno Smith. I mean,
Nah.
Mine is also the Cardinals.
Their defense is horrible.
Mine is also the Cardinals because I call the Cardinals will win the division over the 49ers. I'm hoping that they make a trade and they either get Cam Akers or Melvin Gordon to be the running back is what I'm hoping for. And I think
if Denver can't get rid of Melvin.
Buda Baker is a star.
Melvin ain't worth a 7.
Buda is, man, Tommy, Tommy.
Melvin ain't worth a 7.
You ain't running. You
used to love some Melvin Gordon.
No, I'm just saying, not because he can't reduce, but because of what he is. He's either going to be the best back on Denver or we're going to cut him. And he's made that evident.
Well, that's fine. But look at the Cardinals last year. Right? They had Chase Edmonds, and then they had Connor. Connor, all he did was just score touchdowns. Melvin Gordon can't fill that role.
Melvin Gordon is not the one.
I don't fumble.
Benjamin nice.
Benjamin is nice. We talked about it. All right. A team that's 500 or above that we think is total frauds for whatever reason they're right like that. And we think that they're going to go busting down, Tommy. Who is it?
NFC?
In the NFC?
Yeah, NFC. First episode's NFC.
Atlanta. Atlanta's garbage. I mean, they're so garbage. I can't believe that they're even a 500 team. They should be 0-6. They want to be 0-6. They have nobody on their defense but AJ Terrell.
Dude, I don't know nobody but Terrell Jr. I don't know nobody else on the team but Terrell Jr.
They're gonna have Vita Vea. They'll have Vita Vea.
Defense, I mean.
I know some players because we got embarrassed by them. Right. I know a lot of them.
Y'all did get embarrassed, Shemai. All right, what team 500 and above is a fraud?
I was gonna say Atlanta as well.
I would think of a new one while I'm talking to Shemai.
And Dallas.
Ooh, go ahead, Shemai. You can't think of one yet?
Oh yeah.
All right, think about it. You got it. You got
it. Dallas.
You think Dallas is a fraud?
Yeah.
Why is
they suck. They just suck. I don't like the Cowboys personally, but they just suck. I'm sorry.
Just hate them. Rivalry with the 49ers, dude. I hate them too, bro.
They haven't won a playoff game since what, the 90s?
I think
we can beat that drum all day long. Go ahead, Brandon. Who's your team?
Since it was Atlanta. Stole yours. It was Atlanta, but I do.
Green Bay's 3-3.
I don't think they're a fraud.
Right.
I think Dallas is probably the biggest fraud.
Dallas is the fraud.
Their record, they're not as good as their record.
Okay. Wow, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. I'm going with the Giants. I think the Giants are
fraud. I can see
they're
that.
5-1, and God bless you to you. But I don't even seen one wide receiver catch a ball with the rookie this week. Wandale Robinson, whatever. Darius Toney can't stay healthy. Kenny Galladay, I don't even know what the hell they caught Kenny Galladay. He did this some James Harden in the playoff type stuff. This mug is absent. I don't know what happened. They don't have a tight end. I don't even know who the hell he is. And Daniel Jones is Daniel Jones. He's doing better than what I thought he would. Like I said he would.
But
how in the hell are you 5-1? Because your coach is great.
Yeah, he's a hell of a coach.
Be great. Coaches make the difference. Denver has
Alabama
roster,
pedigree,
but their coach sucks ass. That's why they suck. I think our roster's better than what it is. Our line sucks, but our coach sucks ass. You know what I'm saying? It's just different things. Coaching does matter. Look at what Bill Belichick did this week and has been doing, which we'll get to the next episode, because he has a chance to go 4-3 with that team. He's getting a chance to go 4-3. That shows you how great of a coach Bill Belichick is, which we were talking about.
They all had the Patriots coming in last.
I think they still will. They still will.
The Broncos about to come in last.
No, I didn't have. I had the Jets.
I will still take that.
You had the Jets.
I'll still take it too. They're coming.
I'll still take the Patriots last. All right, guys, real quick. Best team in the NFC right now that you have faith in to get there. Right now, no more moves. Go ahead, Shimon.
49ers.
Gang, Niner gang.
When healthy, when all healthy.
I'm talking about right now. Yeah, picture your team healthy. Yeah, you got Niners. Who you got, Brandon?
Philly.
I was wondering if anybody's gonna say Philly.
Slightly over the Vikings.
Tommy's gonna say down.
Nah, I mean,
I'm
guaranteed
talking about
it's
getting it.
Philly. Guaranteed Philly.
Start week 7.
Philly's gone.
Start week 7.
Dallas is next. Dallas is next.
So you think Dallas is that close to Philly?
I think that, yeah, I thought they were there in the preseason, and I'm anxious to get it proven right.
Okay. So we had our MVP. So I want to break it down to the NFC. Tommy's MVP was Dak. We'll see how that works out. Brandon's was Brady. They're both.
But who was my 1A? My
And
1B?
Jamon was Aaron Rodgers.
I had
We're all
Russell
three of
Wilson
them
as
in
my
NFC.
1B. Josh.
I had Jalen Hurts as my
Hurts
1B.
was your sleeper. Hurts was your sleeper. I'll give you that. And Tommy's was Wilson.
Shut up.
That's
Who was who?
So out of y'all's three first picks for MVP, who do you think is doing the best? To get there, Dak, Rodgers, or Brady? Because they all are stalking.
I think Rodgers doing better than them.
I think we have to look at the numbers. Who's got the best numbers?
Dak's got the best numbers. He hasn't played.
He played shitty against Tampa Bay, though. He played shitty. All right, but for real, though, we got a minute and a half left. Who was your MVP in the NFC right now if you had to pick one? Just the NFC.
Mine's Hurts.
Hurts is your MVP. All right.
And
Who else?
Daniel Jones.
Did you fucking say Daniel Jones?
I mean, get out of here. Saquon's your
that's a good
MVP.
one. That's a good one. Yeah.
Imagine
I like
taking
that.
Saquon off the Giants and plug in your average RB.
Yeah.
All right. I like that. We got a minute 20 left. I know Tommy can't be here for the next episode. So tell your wife, great job with the race. Like the hat. She's doing big
Keith
things.
might be.
Keith might get on for the next one. We're about a minute left. I definitely want to give keep your prayers and everything going for Big Dave and his family. We're hearing words that things are not going as great as we would like them to be right now. There was a turn for the best last week and the week before. It's starting to go the other way. So we're just all in unison, one or more together in prayer. Anything can happen. So we got 4 right here, and I know we got plenty more that's out there doing it. Big Dave, we love you. We're praying for you. Keep pushing, baby. Keep pushing, man. Please.
Yeah.
I love you, man. I love you. You guys, thank y'all for being on here. Whoever's back for the next episode, come back. We got a lot more to talk about AFC just like this. And it keeps my mind off of Big Dave. So whoever can come back, please come back. Tommy, we love you, bro. Appreciate y'all.
Bro.
Thank y'all. Rellism Raw Sports Talk episode 132, part 1. We'll be back real soon, part 2. All right, fellas.
All
All right.